guys, welcome to your moonscope and your tarot reading. The first part for Gemini is mainly for Gemini risings. It works best if you know Gemini is your first house, which if you are a Gemini rising, that's likely to be. But I would recommend going and finding your rising sign, looking at the moonscope, and then coming back if Gemini is your sun or moon or rising indeed. So let's have a look and see what's coming up for you. So the full moon is on the 8th of April, and that is a sign of Libra in your 5th house of creativity. So that's definitely going to be influencing and illuminating, because it's a super moon, something that you've been probably wanting to create for a while or experiment with for a while. There is definitely a focus as well on spiritual practice and how that maybe can help the mind. I would say there could be as well something to do with how you express things. So creativity doesn't always have to be painting or artwork. It could just be how you're expressing yourself and how you problem solve and how you see the world, and maybe taking up another hobby or looking into something new like a TV series that gets that kind of creative storytelling brain on the go, so you can maybe distract or add or refill some kind of well for yourself. But the full moon definitely illuminating it, and because it's in Libra, this is very much going to be something where you want things to be pleasant or pleasurable, or very pretty, or something that you might even be looking at things that you feel aesthetically pleasing. You know, you want new paintings, or you want to look at something like, oh, this is a witchy aesthetic, you know, it fits my spiritual soul, basically. So you could be looking at things to add to your collection as well with this. But Libra is very balanced, so again, you're probably going to be balancing creativity, and if you have children, you're also going to be balancing their creativity and maybe focusing with trying to wrangle them into some semblance of order, I would imagine. But don't worry too much about doing that. I think that's going to go well for you. It's just a case of balancing, very, very diplomatic, choosing what you show to kids as well, I think is going to be something that's quite important, especially around this current time. The new moon on the 24th or 23rd, wherever you are, is in Taurus, which is in your 12th house of endings, sometimes the bad luck house, not gonna lie, but also the kind of things that are very high in the sky, sort of almost untouchable. So it's almost like the esoteric, spiritual enlightenment, faraway lands and all that kind of ascension and stuff. Can also be about hospitals, can also be about feeling very imprisoned almost. So again, current climate, you may be getting over something in regards to that. But ultimately, I don't want to scare anybody, by the way, because this is very practical. So you're being very grounded. You're being very focused on it. I think this is only going to be a particular form for you, or a particular big deal, if you have another planet in the 12th house. But because this is moons, this is about making a new focus on yourself, maybe making a promise or starting something new, starting to manifest something about your enlightenment, about your ascension, maybe looking as to, you know, what's happening in another faraway land, maybe looking and seeing how you can further inform yourself about stuff that maybe you never even bothered to look into before. So there's definitely something coming in Taurus which is very practical. It isn't going to be as spectacular, I think, as you may think, because it's the 12th house, but I do feel there's definitely going to be more practicality coming in, and because these two are also ruled by Venus, we're probably going to see much more pleasant things, and wanting to treat yourself, and again wanting to have that kind of sense of peace there. But that's it for the moonscope. I'm just going to go into the tarot reading, which is for Gemini sun, moon and rising, so do wait just a second for that. Let's see what's going on for Gemini sun, moon, rising in April 2020. Gemini sun, moon, rising, April 2020. Oh, so we have 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, ooh, the High Priestess, and 6 of Pentacles. Now the thing that the 10 of Swords came up basically they did mention this is something to do with that 12th house energy. So you could potentially have people who are very much antagonistic towards you this month. It could be that you are having, a little bit of bad luck. However, I don't see it lasting. I think it's a collective panic, it's a collective concern that's probably weighing on your mind. And because you talk to people, because that's your skill, you're a very mercurial planet, it's very much very mercurial sign, you're going to want to communicate with people, and maybe if they don't feel like communicating back, wires can get crossed and we can maybe lose meaning in the communication. I think that's possibly what's going to happen here. But you have the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful. You also have the High Priestess. So I do feel like the Ten of Cups, there's a calm here. There's maybe a blip in the road here, but then there's a calm. It feels like there's a completion. So this may be a bit of a defeat, or maybe a loss, or maybe feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do here. But there's messages coming through because there's, I don't know whether you can see, I hope I can pick it up. There's a feather coming from the crow, which is very much a messenger. So I do feel, and she's not defeated either, she's reaching for what she can grab to get back up again. And I feel as well that it is just going to be a momentary blip, because you recover with the help of family, friends, or community, or something like that. You see the sun at the end of the tunnel, like not just a light, you see the sun. It's like, okay, so it's not as bad, I'm fine. It's just a momentary blip. That's literally all I can see here for you. Although in the moment, you probably feel like it's like a slap in the face, or wow, I do not like this. This is really ow, it's fine. You'll get over it. It's fine. That's what all they're repeating to me. It's fine. And then we have the High Priestess. Now, like I was saying, with creativity, and maybe you're looking into something that's, more aesthetically for you. This could be that you're actually looking into doing something else. I mean, there's a wealth of knowledge behind her. Maybe she's tuning in and channeling some messages. Maybe she's channeling some books or some self-help novels or something like that, and putting the knowledge out into the world. Maybe that's what you're looking to do, is just channel some rage or some stuff into the written word, or doing something that communicates again with people, so you can effectively let loose your imagination and your creativity. But the Six of Pentacles is having the growth and generosity and charity and giving. So you may be taking on board some kind of, it's okay, I'll help, little menial tasks, or being able to give back as well. So you're able to pay the bills that you need to pay, but also give generously to other people. You're able to, even if it's time, or a kind word, or communication, you're able to give and provide that to other people, and it makes you feel good in the meantime. So win-win. Let's just go with your oracle card and see what's coming through for Gemini in April 2020. For dear Gemini in 2020. Ooh. Okay, so this one is Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And there was another card that wants to come out as well, which I'll grab. But this basically is about this card here. So it's clarifying that there's somebody who is deliberately being antagonistic. I think it's somebody who's deliberately trying to push against something here, and maybe trying to get you to react. So if you don't react as much, I think that'll be in your favour, honestly. Oh, and the card's just gone back in. I think it was the back one here. Inner Temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. So again, I think this is kind of asking you to understand where it is you're wanting to put your focus and your generosity, and almost like channel things in. So it's your inner temple, and it's something about creativity, your spiritual practice, honouring the mind, seeing what you're putting into yourself. So it includes media, it includes, everything that we consume. So making sure that what you see this month is helping you grow and raise your vibration, not stacking it down. And I think that's the key for you this month, is to make sure that you're bringing in positive light so you can spread it. So if this person wants to be antagonistic, fine, shoo them away. deal with them another day. Focus on feeding yourself with positive, beautiful, amazing intentions, because you don't need anything else, really. I just feel like the inspiration will come and you'll start to see that very quickly from the first, maybe into the second week of April. But let me know in the comments below how things are going for you, if you're okay. I will try and, well, I always do, try and reply to every single comment I get. If you'd like a private or personal reading, all the information is in the description box as to how to get one with me. But in the meantime, take very good care for yourself and take care of others as well. Be good.